There are two types of drivers near DIA, the rule followers and those who park on Pena Boulevard.
I don't know, it's just not following the rules. It's dangerous, somewhat inconsiderate, I think.
The airport is working on another option. Think you're paying too much for rent? The White House agrees. A new report says rent algorithms are inflating prices. Colorado lawmakers are working to ban them. A bike shop is busy all year for one special day.
This is it. This is what we've been working all year for.
Santa's workshop may be in the North Pole, but Santa's school is here in Colorado.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
That's next. Colorado's health department is suspending water testing in the state's lab's chemistry program. The agency says a second chemist manipulated data in a test for certain metals in the water. That chemist is now on administrative leave. A month ago, the EPA pulled a certification for Colorado's lab after a different chemist allegedly fudged thousands of results for 69 public water systems, including schools and a state prison. While the lab is shut down, the state says it plans to outsource water testing. You've probably seen them on the shoulder. Drivers parked on Pena Boulevard waiting to pick up friends and family from the airport when they should be waiting in the cell phone lot instead. The Denver airport says next year, some new changes with a new lot and hopefully some new convenience to break the habit of drivers who break the rules. Here's Spencer Swaiter.
My sister-in-law is flying in.
Jim McGinnis is a good in-law. He's early and waiting for his wife's sister in the cell phone lot at the Denver airport.
Today I'm going to pick up a tea and coffee for myself and for my sister-in-law.
He's following the rules.
There's plenty of spots here.
But plenty of others are not. The side of Pena Boulevard is another parking lot. Just one that's not supposed to be.
Just about every time, yes. But on holidays is particularly bad.
In July, the Denver airport opened a new on-ramp from Pena Boulevard from Gun Club Road. It was supposed to make it easier for people to get to the terminal from the cell phone lot. Except some people still opt to use the side of Pena Boulevard instead of the lot. At around lunchtime, we set a timer for 10 minutes and counted 20 cars that pulled to the side of the road to wait. Denver police say traffic personnel have been writing tickets for people parked on the shoulder, and they're working with the airport on it.
It's just dangerous for someone to be like over there when they can be here waiting.
The Denver airport is currently building a new cell phone lot on the southeast corner of Gun Club and Pena, but it won't be ready until the spring of 2026. Jim hopes a closer lot will make everyone play by the same rules.
It would be nice if it was a little bit closer.
DIA referred us to Denver police about enforcement on the side of Pena. DPD said they'll patrol the area as much as possible to try to discourage drivers from doing this.
And when it comes to people who break the rules, we know there's a lot of congestion as well on Pena Boulevard.
Yeah, and the FAA just recently said that they are not going to pay for any part of widening Pena Boulevard.
Yeah, so that'll also add to things.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Spencer. If you're a renter, an algorithm could be determining your monthly payment, and a new report from the Biden administration found that those algorithms are causing renters to pay more. And that's what several lawsuits are claiming too, including one with the state of Colorado. This report found in Denver says that algorithms drive rent up by an average of $136 per month. Critics argue landlords are using the technology to artificially inflate rental prices. Colorado is included in a multi-state lawsuit against RealPage, which uses non-public data like occupancy, lease terms, and floor plans to set local price points. The lawsuit claims that's collusion. RealPage argues it's just giving recommendations and doesn't push companies to collude. Colorado Democrats tried to ban rent algorithms earlier this year, but the bill died in the House. Representatives Stephen Woodrow and Javier Mabry say they plan to bring it back next year. There is something special about a bicycle and the freedom it can bring, especially for kids. For decades now, a bike shop in Colorado Springs has been providing that feeling every Christmas, but it doesn't happen overnight.
That's a pretty bike. Did you pick this one out? Wow.
There are few things kids value more than bikes.
Very fun. I ride super fast.
My first bicycle actually was shared with 3 other siblings.
And some grown-ups never grow out of it.
I know what it feels like to get that. And it really makes it all worthwhile. All the hours and the effort that it took to get here.
Well, there's a few months left here between now and Christmas, but we need to get started early. We also like to have a good time doing it.
Tony Howich is the owner of a generational gem in Colorado Springs.
We've been open since 1971. Ted's Bicycles.
I tease Tony. I tell him that he has the little bike shop with the great big heart.
Tim Lopez works at the shop. He's Tony's right hand.
I'm a paid mechanic as well as a volunteer.
I am a volunteer.
I'm strictly a volunteer.
Unpaid mechanics, all here to help beyond turning a wrench.
Well, tonight we're here for the Bob Telemasi Christmas giveaway. That's an event that goes on every year, a week or two before Christmas. What we do is we give away bicycles, of course. The community is great in pitching in. Year after year, we just get hundreds of bikes donated, used, like this one.
And we actually have like 2 rows of bikes underneath these trailers. Our best attempt at keeping these donated bikes secure. The program wouldn't be successful if all these beautiful people weren't donating these bikes to us as well.
These once loved bicycles will soon be someone's first sense of freedom.
You're free, you're just out there.
A feeling everyone here recalls.
I do, I remember that.
Oh yes, I remember I taught myself how to ride. I got on a little hill and I was supposed to be helping my dad work at the time. We grew up on a farm, but I decided I was going to learn how to ride a bike.
I still remember how significant that day was. So if somebody else did that for me, I want to do that for other kids too.
The holidays are hard to imagine in late July.
You know, we want to hang on to summer as long as we can. Don't like to see it go, but we want to be ready for Christmas too.
Leaves fall.
Oh, yeah.
While the sense of urgency at Tony's shop only goes up.
We got about a month left.
It is starting to pick up. We can't make them new, but we can certainly make them clean for the kids. So
There's been years where we've given over 1,000 bikes away, hence the need to start early in the year to either get them fixed, assembled, or whatever.
It takes more than elbow grease from Tony's team to make this a reality.
Yeah, a lot of heart, a lot of good heart. Yeah. People spending their extra time to come down and get the bikes together. Can't wait to see the smiles on the kids. But that's what it's all about. Just to see the event and what happens, it's well worth the visit.
Let's do this. How are you today? Merry Christmas, good!
all right, this is it. This is what we've been working all year for.
Today's the big day, yes. Excited, happy, proud that we've got as many bikes as we did. It wasn't expecting that many. 1,055. I didn't think we were going to hit even 800 2 weeks ago.
Are you ready to go get a bike? Do you want the Grinch to take you?
No.
No, okay.
Do you want to get a new bike today? Nice, you like that one, huh? And we'll take it over to the mechanics to make sure that it's safe to ride for you.
There you go.
It's going so much faster that this little guy's helping us. Okay, go ahead and sit on it. Jump up on there.
Is it good? You like that?
Proud of my group. My volunteers, they've all done a fantastic job, and just being able to do this, it's special.
Handlebars work, the brakes work.
But I'm not really used to riding training wheels with it, so I wanted to take them all. I have a big hill that I'm going to ride down.
To a kid, there aren't many things cooler than a bike.
We probably gave away 300 bikes already, and only 700 more to go. So, but a lot of happy kids, so it's worth it.
For Tony's crew, there's not much that tops this feeling.
Yeah, when you get a chance to think about it, yeah, it's very rewarding. So.
So many smiles. Ted's Bicycles takes in gently used bikes and parts year-round to make this event happen. We want to say a quick thank you for all you've done this week to help a precious child provide gifts for more than 10,000 kids in the Denver metro area. Here's Kyle with an update on this week's Word of Thanks micro-giving campaign.
Thanks for being with Next while I'm away. Some of you probably remember this place. Just wanted to thank you for what you did for A Precious Child and that nonprofit's gift drive to provide a holiday gift for more than 10,000 kids in the 8-county metro area. Together, between your one-time weekly donations and your monthly recurring gifts to the Word of Thanks Fund, you raised more than $40,000 to help out with that effort. Thank you so much. As we head into the new year, if you know of a new nonprofit anywhere in Colorado that's doing great work and could use our help, email me next@9news.com or text next at 303-871-1491. Hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday, and I'll see you soon.
Now, a clarification on a story we reported on earlier this month. We told you about a lawsuit filed by attorney Frank Azar against an Alabama-based law firm and attorney Mike Slocum. The suit, filed by the lawyer known in Colorado as the Strong Arm, alleged Slocum was participating in deceptive marketing by creating misleading ads on Google. According to the lawsuit, these ads led to potential clients to believe they were calling Azar's office when they were connecting with Slocum's firm. Azar reached an out-of-court settlement that included a payment from Slocum for $1.55 million with no admission of liability from either side in the case. Our report should have included that the lawsuit was settled without an admission of wrongdoing and more fully reported the arguments from both sides in the case. We regret our previous reporting that did not meet our editorial standards. Nearly 24 Colorado cities have a lot of work to do over the next decade, with a federal deadline to replace thousands of lead pipes.
Santa finds that almost all of those children out there are on the nice list.
It takes hours of training before Santas are qualified to help out Old St. Nick. They go to a special Santa school that's right here in Denver. A new report shows the number of overdose deaths among people living on the streets in the Denver metro area decreased for the first time in 6 years. The Colorado Coalition for the Homeless says out of 294 deaths, 153 people died from overdoses, the majority from fentanyl. It's a 0.6% decrease from last year after we saw a sharp increase of 18% back in 2023. Now, despite some of this progress, overdose is still the leading cause of death within the unhoused community. The report also found while homicides decreased, deaths by suicide more than doubled. Nearly 24 Colorado cities have aging lead pipes that could taint drinking water, according to a new statewide survey. That's around 20,000 pipes. A study from October found 170,000 water lines still need to be examined. Under federal rule, cities must replace all contaminated pipes by 2037. Lead water lines were commonly used up until the 1980s when the EPA banned them. Erosion of the aging pipes can cause lead to seep into the water and make it unsafe. The EPA is giving the state $33 million to help replace those pipes.
Hi there, I'm 9 News Weather Impact Team meteorologist Kathy Sabin. Hopefully a merry Monday for you. In spite of the cloud cover, temperatures today in the mid-50s. We started this morning at 37, and there are the averages and records for comparison. Temperatures this hour have cooled back to 43 in Denver, 39 in Colorado Springs, and 36 in Meeker. Winds are fairly light out of the south and light winds out of the southwest. That should be the trend over the next day or so, even as we have a weather system coming in that will bring additional mountain snow. There's a slight chance we'll see a snow shower in Denver on Christmas Day, but we're basically in between two weather systems. So all of the snow that will really be of note and make for a white Christmas will be over elevated terrain. And that's where we're seeing it tonight. Light snow continues off and on between now and Christmas Day for the mountains. Denver gets a sunny day and then clouds increasing, but only a 20% chance of a late day shower in the form of rain and snow because that storm is so far to the south. Temperatures in the 40s for the next couple of hours. Above average temperature trend will take us right into the weekend. Cloudy with just a little bit of a cool down on Wednesday, and then close to 56, even 61 degrees both Saturday and Sunday.
Well, being Santa takes a lot more than a white beard and a red suit. Thousands are training in Denver to perfect their ho-ho-hos. Well, it's the busiest time of the year for Santa and Mrs. Claus, so they need some extra help. There's a school here in Colorado making sure everyone spreading the holiday cheers knows what they're doing. Here's our Byron Reed.
Planning around this time of year gets busy for a couple we all know.
So the reindeer are at the North Pole right now, getting fat, getting ready to go for the trip on Christmas Eve.
Santa and Mrs. Claus are taking a break from their yearly routine to make a special visit to Denver.
The FAA doesn't allow us to fly during most of the rest of the year, so in order to get here today, we had to fly into Denver International and then take Uber.
I go with Santa a lot to visit children throughout the world, and that's always fun. Sometimes he goes by himself because I'm tending to things at the North Pole.
The two took time out of their busy schedules to let us in on a little secret.
Santa School is here in Colorado. It's an amazing, most amazing school where we have 180 hours of training for each Santa for each year.
How old are you now?
8.
The Professional Santa Claus School of Denver has been training Santa since 1983, providing unique classes for professional Santa and Mrs. Clauses to help out Old St. Nick during his busy season.
All sorts of different subjects like American Sign Language, learn how to work with autistic children, learn how to put HD makeup on so that you can look as good as and wonderful as Santa and Mrs. Claus do right now.
It turned into a Santa Claus school that Santas from all over the world attend now.
Susan Mesko is the founder and director of this school, where Santas learn more than asking children what they want for Christmas.
It's over 100 different seminars, everything from working with autistic children, learning some sign language, some Spanish phrases, learning how to answer any impossible question.
The school also provides lessons for Santa's better half.
Mrs. Claus doesn't get the notoriety that Santa Claus gets, and that's okay because the satisfaction comes from inside. But she actually does probably about 75% of the work.
It's a school that Santa and Mrs. Claus are grateful for.
Of course, this is our very busiest time of year.
So they can concentrate on checking their list twice and celebrate a tradition of hope.
And Santa has so much hope for the future. Without the children, without raising up the next generation, we have no future. And so all of our future, all of our hope is in the children that are out there today.
For next,
Santa's real all year long.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! I'm Byron Reed.
We're back with your feedback next. The most Colorado thing we saw today is a very jolly spin on an unkempt median. Oh, Christmas weed, oh, Christmas weed. A viewer spotted this giant weed growing at an intersection in Parker. Some see an eyesore, some see an opportunity for some Christmas cheer. If you see something that feels like Colorado to you, email it to next@9news.com or text next at 303-871-1491. Now, Next is taking a break for the holidays, but we're leaving you all with a gift. You can watch our Best of Next Christmas special tomorrow and Christmas Day, and our New Year's special on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. They'll air at 6 on 9 News and 9 News Plus. And thank you for the text that we got today saying that thank you for the story for Pena. We travel every 2 weeks. The cell phone lot is a bit far and does not have good signage. That's fair. Maybe something for the airport to consider. Thanks so much for joining us for Next.